Greetings, dear ones. This is Monday, May 24th, and we are working with the energetics of the upcoming lunar eclipse and a very, very powerful blood red moon. As you can see on our altar today, we have quite a few different energetics. This is also the flower moon, so we have the representation of the energy of flowers, and you can see also very clearly the bee has been here all month, the month of May. And this is actually an old magazine from Defenders of Wildlife. When you become a member, they send out a beautiful magazine with all kinds of information. This is last year's. And there is actually a piece of honeycomb from a very, very, very large in-ground beehive that was abandoned in my yard, and so I removed some of it. And the energetic of the sun, we're going to be talking about that as well, because there's been quite a bit of activity of the sun yesterday and into. It's going to actually reach us, the Earth, on Wednesday as well. So we're going to have quite a bit of activity from both the sun and the moon. And again, I'll be talking more about this next time we get together on Tuesday, and then of course on Wednesday, all at noon this week. So I'm going to set the camera down so that I can grab something. Let's see. Sorry about that. I've not been doing this on my camera. And we have the assistance also of, as I mentioned, the bees, and the horse is very, very present. It's made its presence known by coming forward. And I'm just going to bring in the energy of fire, as well as creating sacred space by lighting this candle and reminding everyone that the cosmic events are not just interesting things to watch or note, but it is actually the universe reaching out a helping hand energetically to assist us in our own transformation, in our evolution as a planet and as a species particularly. And so when you take advantage of, sorry about that, just reaching my notes, when you take advantage of those energetics, it can help you in your own process of transformation. Now, this is a blood red moon. It's going to be turning blood red because of the position of the Earth. And if you remember, in an eclipse, the Earth comes between the moon and the sun. And we won't see the total lunar eclipse here on the East Coast because of, again, the positioning. The West Coast, all the west of South America, Southeast Asia will also be able to see it, but we will be able to view the partial eclipse here on the East Coast. And as I mentioned Saturday, The timing of that will actually start very early in the morning. The process starts around 4:47, but then it'll move into the shadow of the shadow will be cast very, very early morning. Just looking back at the notes, I think it's 7:11 a.m. is when it will be actually completely covered. So if you are up earlier than that, you can see the process coming in if the sun doesn't disperse it. And I'm sure you can look up the times and I will mention them again. But actually, this is also it's turning blood red because there is still some of the sun that is reaching the earth despite the moon, despite us being in the middle. And that's why it's turning red. It's also a supermoon, as I mentioned, and that means that it is very, very close to the earth. And this full moon is actually the closest of the year. And it is the flower moon, and its significance to us is in noticing and allowing and supporting the wildflowers. That's what it was named for. And I know at this time of the year, everybody is getting their yards all fixed up and planting specific flowers that they want in their yards. And I encourage everyone to really do a little bit of research and find out what flowers are native to your area and see if you can have some area and just leaving it a little bit wild for the bees and the butterflies, particularly the bees. As I mentioned, May is Bee Month, not only because it was National Bee Day, about 10 days ago, I think it is, but in recognition of their endangerment right now. So I am inviting everyone to do all you can to support the bees in your area as well as globally. They do pollinate 90% of all flowers, and that's how they propagate. The flowers propagate, and they also work for us to have food, fruit, etc. They propagate more than 75% of all of our food crops. So it's not only that they're pretty and it's not only that we love honey, but they are absolutely vital to human continuance on the planet. So there's a lot of different nature conservation groups, foundations, etc. that have ways that you can support if you don't have a yard or if you don't have the ability to plant pollinating flowers that help them, then certainly financial contributions and petitions. Knowledge is one of the best avenues for bringing that information into and anchoring it onto the earth. The more you explore, the more you investigate, the more steps you take in any way, shape, or form for the earth, for the animals, for the insects. Just simply connecting and communicating and communing with them does more to perpetuate their species and ours than almost anything you can do. Actions are very important, don't get me wrong, but there is a much deeper connection that we need to have and maintain. Oh, the lovely Marcy Francis is here. How wonderful to see you and you joining us. And certainly, if you have anything to add, please put it in the comments. And that energy, you are such an amazing being. That energy is definitely here and will be included in the process. See if there's anything else I wanted to share about today. Yes, it being the blood red moon and the solar flares that are just super, super strong right now. And there is a CME, which is a term that's used in regard to the magnetic kind of shooting energy from the sun, and that's emitting radiation. And it is going to affect us. There may be blackouts, electrical blackouts. There may also be those who are sensitive may pick up some of that energy. And I'm also going to invite everyone to tap into the fiery energy of the sun, and combined with the blood red energy of the moon for this eclipse, and really allow any of the aspects of anger that you may be experiencing, whether it is towards family members, spouses, work-related, towards what's going on our national scene, or perhaps on the global scene. And really take some time to drop in and feel deeper into these emotional shadow pieces, so that the energy of both the moon with the eclipse and full moon, as well as the solar flares, can bring that to the surface and not only let you see it, but feel through it. So I invite you to get paper, or maybe in your journal, and write out the sentence, "I'm so angry that," and the rest of that sentence and the sentences follow. "I'm so angry that so-and-so does this. I'm so angry that when they do so, it creates that." So just really letting yourself have that anger and feel it in your body. Notice where you feel anything or your attention is drawn in your body as you write down these statements. And I invite you to write them kind of in a very free-flowing, let that anger come. And even if it feels right to hit a pillow as you're writing with one hand and hitting the pillow with the other, and it's really important that we bring these emotions out of our body. Anyone who's worked with me, either in one-on-one sessions or in group sessions, knows that I work very physio-energetically, meaning that all those emotions, all of those occurrences that upset us as children and then repetitively thereafter are stashed in our bodies, they're held in our bodies. And until we reach into those levels of the emotion, it's very, very difficult to truly transform it. Can we shift it? Yes. Can we change it? Can we be aware of it? Yes. But this energy coming through from the cosmos is an invitation. It is an opportunity to reach deeper still into those emotional pockets and allow the combined effort of the current collective consciousness themes and the cosmos, the bees, everything is here to help, to assist, to bring us to more, not just awareness, but to a truly transformation of aspects of ourselves for the ultimate evolution of our species. So I'm just looking at my notes, see if there's anything else I wanted to touch on. No, I just thought it was very, very interesting that I happened to, again, haven't spoken to or seen this beautiful person for a long, long time, but they appeared on my Facebook feed, and this was someone who I worked with quite some time ago, and is very, very connected to flower energy. And we have a lot of other people posting their beautiful efforts in their yard with flowers. So really, really notice not just the beauty of them, but the delicacy of them, the strength of them, that despite all of our efforts, wildflowers grow in the most amazing little spots here and there. They'll just pop up. Even those things that many people consider weeds have flowers on them and are not necessarily weeds. Weeds is just a term we use for an unwanted plant. So I invite you to allow these energies to assist you, to guide you, to really feel their presence, to open to the information and the energy that they are bringing for our benefit. And without further ado, I'm going to invite you to just take anything off of your lap and allow yourself to sit very, very firmly on your sits bones, whether you're seated on a chair, a couch, or the floor. And finding those sits bones, which is a kind of, if you feel around with your hand, it's a very pointy bone, right in the very center of each cheek of your buttocks. And if you kind of just shift a little bit of the tissue away, you'll be able to find those sits bones and sit clearly and firmly on them, and allowing your shoulder blades to just kind of drop down a bit and a little bit together, and that brings your chest up and a little bit more open and allows you to let or hand over the responsibility of holding up your body to your skeletal structure, which is what it is meant for. And I'd also like to invite you to say to yourself or out loud, I am asking and I am allowing my body. I am asking and I am allowing my energy field. I am asking and I am allowing my wider self, which is your soul self. I am asking and I am allowing all of my guides and teachers and masters. I am asking and I am allowing all aspects of me to join me here and now, assisting me in dropping down and into my inner universe. And just noticing how your body is feeling. Not necessarily going through your head to access your body, but just feeling your body. And it's always beneficial to take a few nice deep breaths and extending the inhale to perhaps a count of 4, and pausing for a count of 4, and then fully exhaling to a count of 6 or more. And if you don't feel like counting, that's quite all right. Just try to make the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale, with a pause in between. I'll let you do that in your own timing. I have a very long inhale and exhale. And some people have a shorter inhale and exhale. Taking those nice, deep in and a pause and exhaling and a pause in your own timing. And when you've completed those 3 nice breaths, once more shift into another level of allowing your body to do what its inherent wisdom knows how to do. So that you are free to drop down and in. I encourage you to soften your forehead and let go of your third eye. I know many have been trained to go in that way. This is an invitation to do something a little bit different. For all the answers are inside. All the help is down and in and through your inner knowledge. Internal compass. And so, as you allow, there is so nothing you need do. No work, no efforting, no intention, no focus, no push. Just allow. Your energy field and your body and your wider self know quite well how to do this for you. And the more you allow, the deeper within. So, calling in the energy of this coming full flower moon. And the blood red color that the moon will show. And this moon is giving us an opportunity combined with the fiery hot solar flares and the energy that's going to be striking our atmosphere on Wednesday also. And simply allowing your body and the energy field, wider self, and guides and teachers and masters to assist you. In revealing some of the inner anger that may be held in any part of your body. So without any real work or effort on your part, simply asking and allowing, which we've already done, and perhaps feeling into any current frustration, anger, upset towards anyone or anything. I know for me last week I was very upset by a neighbor cutting down part of my tree and another tree that really benefited the critters and birds, and did so seemingly for no reason. So I allowed my body and energy field and helpers to uncover layer upon layer as anger towards those who harm the innocents, those that direct their anger towards the beings that cannot really fight back. Perhaps you have experienced being the victim of a situation like that. And despite the pain and the fear of that, there was also anger. Anger that more than likely was not, could not be expressed in any way at the time. For as children, we do not have that ability or luxury to be able to express the anger at those who are not doing what they're supposed to be doing for our safety and security, and for those perhaps who are venting their anger on us, or simply being in the presence of that much anger. Our little bodies take it in and really have no means of resolving or changing it, for they are adults and have control and power, and we do not. But our little bodies take it in and hold it for us and allow us to keep going and survive. So in this moment, perhaps you have a sensation or notice an area of your body. And if you allow, truly allow, that area of your body to speak, it can bring you information, not necessarily in nice, clear English sentences, but in symbolic or metaphoric form. Through a sound, a shape, perhaps even a symbol, a sensation in your body, described by it feels as if, or it feels like, or perhaps a story, a book, a legend, memory, movie, song title, character, cartoon, your body and energy field, wider self and guides and teachers and masters have at their fingertips anything and everything that you have ever been exposed to. And their languaging is a bit different. So we must deeply allow. And that means no push, no effort, no will, just as you do with pets or children. Little children don't have the ability, even though they may have the ability to speak, but not necessarily to express. So we have to pick up in little clues and observation and tuning in with our energy field and our wider awareness. And that's the invitation here. And even if you don't receive any information, simply sensating where your body is indicating some of this anger may live is a huge step in the process of moving and transforming it. Now, again, with another level of allowance for your body and energy field and wider self and guides and teachers and masters to continue this process between now and Wednesday, enabling you to take even fuller advantage of the energetics that will be here on the 26th. Now, again, handing over the wisdom, or handing over to the wisdom of your wider self and energy field. Enable them to lead you. Simply following, simply sensating the exact right way for you as the process of assimilating and incorporating your experience, conscious and unconscious, to move back towards a more physical experience of this reality. So allowing your energy field and your wider self to move you from what was perhaps a less physical to a more physical, third dimensional daily experience. And oftentimes in these moments of incorporation and assimilation and movement from that less physical to a more physical space, your internal world will gift you with information, or perhaps a symbol or an animal teacher. That's why the process must be organic and yours alone. I'm going to post this so you can use it to drop back in and explore more, allowing your body and energy field and wider self and guides and teachers and masters and the flowers and the bees and the sun, the fiery energy, the emotional fiery energy that is here to assist in transforming belief, something related to your personal life or our global life. There we go. The energies are back to a more physical but expanded place. Wonderful. Please let me know of any of your experiences or questions. I am going to be doing a lot more trainings and daily updates and inspirational information from all kinds of universal sources in the Universal Healing Sanctuary group. So I invite you to hop on to the Facebook groups and or through my Healers Universe Facebook page. You should find it, but it's the Universal Healing Sanctuary. And starting in probably next week, I'll be doing a lot more work and trainings, all open to whoever is a member of the group. And as always, know that it is with the deepest of honor and gratitude and love for your presence on this planet. Until next time, bye-bye.